Hello and welcome to another Smite 2 God Guide. Today we're playing Chiron in Carry. So as always we will start off with Chiron's passive. It's a pretty easy one. Every 12 seconds he gets a little one of these leaves. Whenever you use an ability it's going to pass out a little heal to the lowest HP ally in the area. It heals an ally and it also gives them a little bit of extra power. So his number one, as I was saying, it's a circle that you can put on the floor. Any allies in it, it will grant CC immunity to, and any enemies in it, after 1 second, it'll do a little bit of damage to them. Now I got his number 3 next, his dash. Because we are behind, it's more important to get the dash online than it is to get anything else online. I'll go through his number 3 next. It's a charge forward. You're going to gallop in a straight line. Any enemies that you hit, they'll do a little bit of damage, and it will kick enemies backwards. So it will knock them behind you, and that's the important bit, is that it knocks them behind you. So you can sort of get them out of position, but it does mean that you are also out of position because you're having to run through an enemy in order to get them to be behind you. So it's a little bit risky. But it can be useful for chasing people down. It's quite a long dash. It's a bit like a RTO dash if you played RTO. It's in the bear form. She's got a really long dash. It's a bit like that in how it controls. It's sort of like a gallop forward and a lovely time. So that's pretty much the dash. The important thing to note with the dash is that while you're dashing, you can still basic attack. So if you're chasing someone down, you can still basic attack, and that's quite an important bit of his kit to know, because it does come in handy. When you're chasing someone down, you can still attack them with just your regular left click damage. So as you can see, every time I hit someone with an ability or with a basic attack, it gets that little crosshair on them. And what that means is that they are marked for damage. And as you can see, I'm trying to mark everyone. Then when I press my 2, I shoot up little sort of arrows into the air that hits everyone that has been marked. Once you've got over 250 strength, you can fire a second larger arrow in a targeted area, which deals more damage, basically. You can shoot it up to 4 targets, which is really handy. And then the final one is once you've got 2.5 attack speed, so you might not necessarily get both of these. It sort of depends what your build is. It becomes Masterful Flurry, firing 3 arrows with lower scaling quickly at each target. So it's more of like a rapid pow 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 sort of shot. You can't really turn, as you saw there, with the ultimate. With the dash. Oh my god, he's back. I'm just going to CC ult this just so I can try and get out of here. And I did, so he didn't quite follow up with enough, but that's fine. That is the 3rd rotation round this Thor's done to our side, so that's fine. The more he wants to come, that's absolutely fine with me, because it means he's leaving everyone else alone. His ultimate is the big one. It's really handy. So you're basically going to go into a sort of constellation mode, in which you're going to be able to fire 3 shots that do pretty good damage at an enemy. Now, once you've finished your ultimate, one of 2 things is going to happen. Right? You're either going to be alive and be fine. In fact, I guess it's technically 3 things. When your ultimate finishes, there's potential that if you died while you were in your ultimate, you're going to be dead. You can't die mid-ultimate. So if you've only fired 2 shots off, you can't die yet. Right? That's the important note, is you've got to take all 3, or unless your ultimate runs out of time. Right? But you can't die as long as you're still within your ultimate. Okay? If you do die within your ultimate, you won't actually die. You'll get to 0 HP, but you won't die. As soon as your ultimate finishes, then you're dead. And there's no coming back. Unless you've killed an enemy god in your ultimate mode. So if you're in your ultimate, you kill an enemy god with, let's say, the 2nd shot, you shoot a shot, you get the kill confirmed. Even if you die in the ultimate now, even if you drop to 0 health, when your ultimate finishes, you'll then be back up to full. I'll explain his ultimate again, just really quickly. You're going to get 3 shots in a sort of corporeal form. If you get a kill, once your ultimate's finished, you won't die, even if you got dropped to 0 health. If you didn't get a kill, you will die, and hopefully we can do something here. which I think we will be able to. We'll be able to get this Mulan, and then we can leave. We got the kill, we leave, you know? We don't die. That's the key here, is that we don't die, you know? We do as much damage as we can. We hear them all charging in. So we're just not going to take the death. There's only me and Baron here. There's a good chance they're going to come round the back. So we'll just let them have the tower. Well, that was a very short God guide, I'm afraid. It'll probably just be a run through the abilities sort of guide. If you want to see a more in-depth guide on sort of a full game from the start to the end, let me know in the comments. But until then, thanks all for watching, and I shall see you next time.